Hi, I wanted to be able to showcase here how to embed a YouTube video into one of your portfolio websites, specifically Wix. In previous weeks we had created a simple Wix portfolio, adding a few basic pages to it. Now let's go ahead and add some artifacts, and we'll start with adding a YouTube video here. This is the portfolio we had created last time. We're going to go ahead and within Wix click on Edit Site, and it will bring up the Wix HTML5 editor here. Takes a few seconds or so. And if you remember correctly, this was the site that we had built with a template from Wix, and the template not only had a layout that included background images, it also had some pre-built pages as examples or samples that you can customize. Certainly we're not going to want this on our front page. We're not going to be wanting to advertise Samantha Jones's bestseller here. And we can go in and easily delete all of these here. You can just click on any of these blocks within here and click on the trash icon here to delete any of these particular blocks here. So we'll just go ahead and get some of this stuff off of our front page here, for example. So that's just a quick, easy example. We did add some other pages here, and let's just go to, how about the Best Works page here. Notice when you click on it, it actually isn't navigable within the editor. And the way to go to one of these pages is up here in the edit section up here. I can then jump down to Best Works and go to the Best Works page here. So here we are in the Best Works section here. In order to add any kind of artifacts, and that would include anything from an image to a video to text or anything to a web page here. In Wix's editor, you just come over to the left side and the set of tools and click on the Add button with the plus sign here. Notice it gives us a whole bunch of options here for adding different types of artifacts, whether it's text, an image, media, for example, and then apps here. So one of the things we want to do with YouTube videos is it'd be nice to actually embed them in the web page such that when the web page displays, it shows a small window within the web page with the YouTube video such that we can just click on the YouTube video and play it back on our actual web page. So we're going to do that real quick here. Under apps, we're going to select that because HTML, which is what we're going to be using, is we're going to be going to the YouTube website and we're going to be getting what's called an embed code, which is actually HTML code that YouTube provides for embedding videos. So to do that on a Wix or any other website, we have to insert a box that is a container to hold that HTML code. So that's why I selected under the list of things to add, I selected apps because they happen to bury the HTML box under there. So I'm going to click HTML box here, and notice what happens. I get a sample. I can just close my ad here, and you can see that I have a little box here that's been added onto my screen. I can drag it anywhere I'd like on my screen here, and then I can click on the box, and notice I get a set of things that I can do to make changes to the HTML box, this container here that's going to hold our HTML code. I'm going to click on settings here at this point, and notice it says modes. I can have website address, which I can just put in the URL, but then it'll just show the URL on the screen, and when we click on it, it'll take us to a separate YouTube page. We don't want to do that. We actually want to change the mode here to HTML code, so that in this box here we can insert the HTML code. So I'm going to switch over real quick to a YouTube page here, and on this YouTube page there's a YouTube video that we want to embed on our Wix website. And on the YouTube page, when you're showing a YouTube video, under the video here you have a section with a few menu items, and if you click on share, it gives you a link. Well, this link is not what we want. We don't want to just put a link and when a user clicks on it, again, it will take them to YouTube. What we want is that special HTML code. So we come up above this where it says embed and click on that. And here's where within this box here we get the actual HTML code that we want to copy and paste back onto our Wix page in that HTML container. And here's where we can change the size of the video here. We can select from various sizes all the way up to a really large size, which is probably too large for a web page that we would want to normally embed. This is pretty small. The 640 by 360 is probably a decent size, or you might go with a little bit larger size. Let's select this with web pages, and if you're embedding into places like Moodle and other sites like that, I always tend to default to and check the use old embed code. You can try it with or without that checked. So what we're going to do is come up to this box here that has the embed code. I'm going to right click on it here and say copy. I want to copy that. I'm going to come back over to our Wix web page here. And remember, we had opened up our editing for the HTML settings, and here in this box I'm going to do a right click and do a paste here. And here we've added our HTML code here, and we can click update at this point. And now we should be able to close that. Notice the size of the video, the HTML container or box here is a little too small. So let's go ahead and just click on one of the resizing handles in the corner, and we're going to drag this out to see if we can get our, and we don't need it that large, right? We want it just to be a little bit larger than the size of the video that we selected. Okay, let's go ahead and do a publish here, because what we want to do is now view this page here in the actual, as a website here. So we've just done a publish here, and in a second here we should get a little message saying congratulations, you're now published. Ignore the upgrade now button, and then come over to the web page here itself. We're going to come over here and we're going to click on the link here to the actual web page, and we'll bring up our site here. Remember, we had to put it on our best works page here. We'll click on that. Pops up our best works page, shows our embedded video, and if we just click on the play button here, we should be able to play back the video. Hello, here.
And welcome to a presentation of
and you can hear me talking in another video that I had created here.
Web 2.0.
So that's the essence of creating a HTML container to hold the embed code and embedding a video on a Wix web page.